want to show you my Bible and do a King James Bible thought. First I want to show you this crud there. That bit of crud doesn't really look as bad in real life as it does on the video. This isn't a Gideon Bible, this is just a little sticker. In fact, I change my sticker every now and then because it gets worn out. And I just like, showing that I'm a Gideon there. It's the King James Bible, of course, a King James version, they would call it. It is the Holy Bible. It is the only Bible that deserves the term Holy Bible of the versions. And I want to show you something that's happening these days, even in the King James Bible, that the modern day folk who are trying to help people out are doing, who really aren't helping here. See, now it says here, to rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger man as brethren. Now it says the entreat him is exhort. Maybe. The elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. Honor widows that are widows indeed. But if any widow have children or nephews, see the little T there? It says here, grandchildren. That's nonsense. I'm going to scratch that out. In fact, I think I'm going to go through this Bible and eventually over time scratch out every one of those little supposed helpful words. Because I bet you if I looked in another version, or any version I should say, that is probably how they translate it. And that's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. There's plenty of examples of this. If I were to go into Job and show you what it says there. Here it says in Job 38 and verse 32. Well, first let's go to 31. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Okay, Orion, that's a constellation, isn't it? Or something in the heavens. Pleiades, is that also? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season, or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Now, Arcturus is a constellation of three suns, isn't that? Those three stars, But it says here, or great bear, the great bear. See, I don't know about that, so I can't scratch that out with pencil there at some point earlier on. I'll probably scratch it out with a pen here. Now, but will the unicorn, this is in verse 39, verse 9, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his bands in the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? Now, like it says, wild ox, it says for unicorn. That's not wild ox, so I'm going to make sure I scratch that one out. How do I know it's not wild ox? Well, because you go over to the next chapter, chapter 40, and it says here in verse 15, behold now behemoth, which I made with thee, he eateth grass as an ox. So now, obviously, the King James translators knew how to translate the name and the word ox. So why would it use the word unicorn in one spot and then an ox in another? The unicorn is simply the rhinoceros. Now, why doesn't it tell you what behemoth is? All right? Because these guys are all over the map. My answer is, read the Bible. Don't worry about these silly little things that they try to help you out with. Is that really the point anyway? If, the unicorn is the rhinoceros, or Mazzaroth is, or Arcturus is the great bear, that's not the point of the whole thing. If you get hung up on a word, it's not that tricky. All you got to do is ask God, what's the meaning? Now, he won't necessarily give you the meaning of that particular word, but he may give you the meaning of the whole passage. So that's what we need to do. We need to ask God. Don't look down, if we get a little T there in the Bible, and you go, okay, what's that word mean? Oh, that's what it means. Okay, fine. I'm going on my merry way. That's what I think it means. Well, God can give you so much more if you just ask him to help you in understanding his word. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him?